Salutations, my YouTube people. So it's been raining a lot, which means I'm stuck inside and kind of a little bit depressed because can't move around. But on the bright side, I'm gonna go climbing later. Not teaching is seriously depressing sometimes. Anyway, I thought I'd take a trip down memory lane. I had a video earlier and these are some of the clips that I didn't go over in the video, and if I did and I put any repeats, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to watch it again. So these are just clips from me growing up that I found in an old drive that my parents that my parents saved. So I thought it'd be really cool to look through my progression, and I don't have any like super current ones, but you guys can kind of see my strokes on my channel anyway, so you don't need any strokes from me playing college and on. Anyway, let's get started. I think this is the youngest one. Back when I had fun practicing, I think at the beginning of my tennis career, I definitely had the most fun because I had no pressure. That's a janky backswing, but I timed it somehow. So I'm definitely hitting off a ball machine here. I remember this ball machine. God, it was like my parents got a ball machine because they couldn't feed hard enough. So they got a ball machine and I'm practicing in every backhand on the rise here. And it looks like I'm slapping like super hard, but somehow I'm able to time it. Look at that backhand. Look at that bowl cut. And then my mom coaching in the background, amazing. That's cute. Contact point, I'll give my contact point a solid A+. I'll give my backswing like a C-. Let's take a look at this clip. I was 12, I think, here. I liked my stroke here because like it's not that laggy. It's just a very simple like stroke that, you know, the racket face doesn't change much. There's not much flipping. Honestly, I think it is totally okay to teach somebody this way and to develop them using the fundamentals of like this forehand right here. Less can go wrong, and I think later on you can just you can learn other forehands, or a lot of guys will naturally develop a racket lag and they'll develop more spin as they get older. I think this is serving. I look like I'm 11 here. Now the beginning of my service form, I gotta give props to whoever's coaching me, because this part of my form really smooth, but the end I clearly did not understand the concept of getting the ball when it was high. And you can see I'm always tilting this way to try to hit the ball, but yeah, like the funny thing is I don't remember so many of the things. Like I don't remember too many of these instances and how I got to these points in my career and how my strokes got to these points. So it's always really interesting to look at, but I seem to be very serious here. And my pinpoint, I pinpointed, my feet were right next to each other. Like, Lester, what are you doing? So here's one where I'm 10 years old. I'm still using that. I don't even know what racket. I think this is a head hammer racket. Back when I had a gigantic backswing. But I think I had just started tennis here. Like I hadn't played for I've been playing for maybe like 6 months or so at this point. My coach is like, excuse me. Oh, that's a big backswing. But my hand is not that far back at least. And I gotta throw all like 30 pounds of my weight into the ball. And typical Asian bowl cut. I remember this coach. This was he coached like the Filipino Davis Cup team at some point, and then he came here and was coaching on like public courts for a while, and we found him, and then he like decided to go back to the Philippines, and we had paid him in advance, and he just disappeared, like gone. You know, and I haven't seen him since. He was a good coach. I think I developed a lot under him. I think this might have been another video, but see, like the issue I have with my strokes here are, I don't know, they're high balls. They seem to be high balls. I would like a little more shape on my strokes there. I was always a very forehand, like dominant player. My backhand was just solid back then. Yeah, not bad, not bad. It's getting a little whippy, and there's not as much extension as I would like, and I clearly don't use my legs. I mean, I use my legs, but I don't know, maybe they're just high balls. I'm just so critical of my own stroke. Like whenever I see my own stroke, I can find so many things like that I would like to be better, but I guess that's part of it too, you know. Here's a forehand. Oh, my coach forcing me to get low. Oh, and then run back. Oh, I really like this drill. This drill is really good. I think I was, with that hair, I had to have been in high school. So here, my upper body's actually, it's not bad, but my stance isn't wide enough. This is when I started to develop more of a lag. Like I never focused on it, or at least like as far as I can remember, I never focused on like having more of a racket lag. Like as I got older and hit more heavy topspin, it just started to come, and you can kind of see between the strokes of like this video with the encode and then this video with the Ntor. I always thought that it's really interesting that I use the Ntor. It's such a balanced racket. It's just, I don't know, not a lot of guys use that racket. I think this was, this was a period where I think when I started spray painting my racket, like I didn't hate tennis, but I had a very love-hate relationship with it at this point. Like it started to feel like a grind. I trained here a lot though, Claremont Club, and Lionel was my coach. He definitely helped me out a lot at this point. He was tough. He gave me a lot of tough love. Like I needed it. I needed the discipline. And of course you don't always like realize how much you need the discipline until later, you know. I think this is the last video. Just working on some volleys. My arm is way too straight. Like my arm shouldn't be like this far out in front of me, because then I'm just using my hands. I should be turning more with my shoulders, which I am, which is basically what this yeah, it gets better as it goes on, because you just can't hit volleys with your hand going like this back and forth. Like you need to turn a little, and then by the end of that drill, it was better. My butt was sticking out. My footwork wasn't too great though. Little did I know that I would be judging myself. But yeah, like this was when I actually really did like to volley when I was a junior, which kind of set me apart from a lot of people, like especially in doubles. I was like one in the nation in doubles at some point, and I really liked to be at the net and try to poach and stuff. In the beginning, like when I was like 12, 11, 10, I hadn't played any doubles because I started pretty late, and I don't know, like, you know, when you start you just kind of focus on playing singles, trying to hit the ball over first and stuff like that, and then suddenly I started playing a ton of doubles. You know what, let's look at my strokes like right now. Shoot, I'm not even in the frame. Oh, there we go. This was me like not too long ago. Actually no, this was like 2012, 2021 or 2020. Yeah, the blonde hair phase. I have blue hair now. I think I posted this video on YouTube. I was really struggling with my backhand day to day during this time. Now it's like there's not much variation. Like some days it would feel really good and some days it would feel really bad, but right now I would say my backhand just feels fine most of the time. Yeah, that's something that bothered me so much because like all my whole junior career I never really like had to deal with my backhand being off. It was just always kind of there, and then whether I played well would depend on like just my mental state, whether I was, you know, whether I was serving well, whether I was able to put away balls on my forehand, and yeah, more of that kind of stuff. And then in college a little bit, and after college I lost my backhand a couple times, but I think I found out the main reason why I lost my backhand, and maybe I'll make a video about that because it's pretty important. And I think a lot of people have this problem. Like a lot of my students had the same problem that I did when I lost my backhand. Like it's not even the form looks different, it's just like the feel totally goes away and you feel like you're hitting with the same form but you can't feel the ball at all. Like no matter how high you aim over the net, like it just doesn't go where you want it to go and you feel tight. But anyway, that's for another day. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed like looking into my past. I had a lot to say about my strokes. I wish I had more clips, like better quality clips, but you know, cameras weren't that good back at that time. And just a little rainy day content for you guys. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every single time I want to post more YouTube videos, and it's like something that's always on my mind, but I just appreciate that you guys let me share with you once in a while, even though, you know, I might not be the best at being consistent in posting. I go with my passions, but this is an outlet that, you know, lets me express my passion for tennis, and for the people that like to listen to me or like look at my content, I appreciate you guys a lot, and I'm always wishing you well. Have a good one, YouTube fam. See ya.